I get high, I get low, there's nothing else.
Let me tell you, keeping it real, keeping it real.
If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true.
Welcome back to the rew-who-nyc Show, live from the branded SaLoon in Brooklyn, New York. It's October 17th, 2014. And now, your kind hostess, rew-star.
Yeah!
This one is called That's Alright Mama. Well, that's alright, Mama. That's alright. That's alright, Mama. Just any way you do, but that's alright. That's alright. Now, Mama, any way you do. Well, Mama, she don't tell me. Papa don't tell me to. So could be, but that's alright. That's alright. Well, that's alright now, Mama, any way you do. Well, even tell my baby, I'll even tell the show. Well, then you won't be bothered with me hanging around your door, but that's alright. That's alright. Well, that's alright now, Mama, any way you do. I'll even tell my baby, I'll even tell the show. But then you won't be bothered with me hanging around. That's alright. Well, that's alright now, Mama, any way you do. I said a dee dee dee, dee dee dee, dee dee dee, that's alright. Well, that's alright now, Mama, any way you do. I said that's alright, Mama, that's alright, that's alright.
Yeah! Rock and roll. Hey, PreSLeY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice
Love
job.
that. You rock.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you.
Excellent. Nice to see you again.
So nice to see you too.
Yeah, that is great. So you want to take that? All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah. So, ELaiNee, how is your time in New York? This is part 2. We got to meet you on Wednesday at Auto Shrunken Head, and now we get you on the Brooklyn edition as well, just like you, Zest.
Yep.
So how has your week been going?
Oh, it's going really, really good, really. Because when I first came to do the first show, that was my very first show, and so obviously I was, I had no plan to show it live. I've only done it on Skype and things like that, and so I was really quite nervous. But now the first one's done, and now we're doing this one.
So now the games
I'm
begin.
more confident, ready to go.
Yeah!
Lots of horse shows and really being myself, really be me and not be nervous and just do what I do.
Yeah, rock and roll.
RoCkToBeR.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of rock and roll,
Yeah.
I have a little something for you. Because we were doing a little bit of Halloween trick or treat before. So I have a treat for you.
Oh, you do?
And I want to say, here you go.
Zest,
So
you are
lovely.
just too much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's how we think of you, Zest. Generous.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of people out there that, supported the ZEST radio show community over the years. Whether you're new to the community or you've been around for a long time, we try to show our appreciation in many, many ways.
Yeah, we're
This
in
is
the
just one
Apple
of them.
Club. Look at that. We're in the Zest Apple Club. Yeah, cheers.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Great, so
No, thank you.
appreciate it.
No, I really thank you, Zest.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to read the note out or
Yes, I
what
will.
have you.
Dear ELaiNee, glasses.
Oh, you want to use mine?
Yeah.
Will they work? Will they work? Here's the test.
I don't know. You have to look.
Oh, they're good, yeah. Dear ELaiNee, thank you for your rocking friendship and support. All the wonderful things you do, so many, is very much appreciated. Wishing you the very best in your success and what you do. With much love.
Oh,
Yay!
that's all right, Mama. Now, yeah. See, that's why I wear those. Oh, woo! Oh, friends, BFFs forever. So, what do you have planned for the rest of the week? How long are you staying in New York for?
Well, in actual fact, I'm here. Well, I'm living in America.
Right.
I actually I live here permanently.
Okay.
So I live in America, and also I've got a transfer some things from the UK still. You don't pay everything. So get that sorted, and then I'll be buying a house in Tupelo. I'll also be in New York as well. So I'll be in both places, and so I'll be in New York and I'll be in Tupelo as well. You know.
Tupelo honey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and see my dad. You know, sneaking.
So your dad is, once again, for anyone who hasn't
Yeah.
seen, who's your daddy?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Wow. It's pretty big. I mean,
I know, people say that to me.
he has a huge history.
Yeah, they say, well, the funny thing is, you know, they say to me that your dad's really big or something, and I know that. And, but to me, as my dad, so, you know, I look at it differently. So when people go crazy and all this stuff, I don't understand anything like that anyway, because I've never really been like that. You know, but, you know, I look at it differently, but I know it's a big thing. I know it's really big, and I've probably been in a lot of trouble to the EP, sorry.
So,
But I love you.
all right, but I have a question. Did you ever have, like, not a crush, but, like, was there any musician or artist that you were, like, just so goo-goo gaga over that you felt, like, inspired you more than anyone ever did? Who were your inspirations?
Well, actually, I didn't realize this until now. In the very beginning, obviously, because I was like my father, then he was my inspiration, but he was also my thing where he was doing Arnold. So, and he already created the same thing, similar things. So that was not really, you know, I didn't know it was my dad, so really it's more of a...
So you were an Elvis Presley fan before you even knew?
I wasn't a fan, no, it was more like, I can do that, you know?
Right.
It was this sort of thing, you know, as well. You know, so it wasn't really a fan, it was just like something was there.
Connected.
I didn't know what it was, you know, I was very connected.
Right.
And so I was a Cliff Richard fan.
Little Richard?
I was in love with Cliff Richard.
Cliff Richard.
I love Cliff. I can't, you know, that's my dad, so you know.
Right. All right. So Cliff Richard. So like, if you saw him, would you just go?
I'll just rip all his clothes off and talk.
Right. So that's what it is. Like a lot of people feel like that about Elvis.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you feel like that about someone else.
Yes.
But, of course, when it's your family, you don't think.
No. He's my dad.
Exactly.
And the thing is, I wouldn't have really. You know, when I first started singing, I sang as a... And so there was a lot of things missing. So when I found my way home, and I was
home meaning?
Graceland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet?
No, not yet, but it's still my home, it's still in my heart.
Right.
And if I went to Graceland today, I could put my dad's clothes on with the same height and everything.
Wow,
you know?
really?
Oh,
Same height?
Same height. I could put all my dad's things on that he wore. I could go in the studio and do all the same things.
I just feel like your personality has probably similar quality too. Like you're a free spirit. Like you do what you feel.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it just appears that that's how Elvis was.
Yeah. He was like that.
He seems like he was like that.
We are very, very alike.
Yeah.
You know, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things tons of things that are very like. You just take time to look at me closely and things that I do naturally.
That's what I mean, mannerisms and stuff like that.
There are things naturally.
That you wouldn't know.
No.
You can't learn.
No. But I can't explain the fact that I could go to Graceland and I'd feel really at home.
Right.
It is my home. And I could go to my dad's studio. In fact, if I went to Graceland, I know there's a lot of people there and they visit and everything, but I could just go to Graceland, knock on the door and say, "Have you had any coffee?" Go and sit down, go and record a record. It'd be great. You know, not because it's Elvis Presley, because it's my father, and I'll be honoured to do that with my dad. You know, I'm following my dad's. What I am doing is because I sing the same as my dad. You know, maybe not as good as my dad. Okay, I'll give you that. you know, but I sing like my dad, and so I'm continuing what he left off.
Right.
When he stopped, when he had to stop in '77, I'm continuing now. When he stopped, I'm continuing with and Lisa Marie as well, doing a wonderful job.
I love her music so much.
She's absolutely fantastic.
I have her albums.
Yeah,
I do.
that's good.
I've seen her play
Yes.
live.
That's good.
Yeah, she's one of my
Yes.
inspirations as a
Yeah.
writer. She's an amazing songwriter.
Yeah, she's an incredible songwriter, but I'd love to be able to sing some of her songs if she'd let me, you know.
Yeah.
She's better, she's a much better songwriter than I could ever be, and you know, I'd love to be able to sing some songs like
Love
this.
Lisa Marie PreSLeY.
You know, yeah.
So here we are, like 2014 now.
2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Now, what do you have planned for the future? Like
Well,
in terms of your music and your career or your
Yeah.
charity work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I want to do, really, I just want to basically be me. You know, I want to be allowed to just be like, oh, thank you, everybody, for allowing me to be me.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thanks to my family for allowing me to be me, because they could stop me at any time, you know. But the only problem with that is I am like my dad, so I would never be able to sing in my life, because when I sing exactly the same, you know, I am the same. And I can't go anywhere and sing about people saying, you know, you're president. So thank you very much for that, allowing me to continue Dad's dream. Lisa, alongside Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Aww. So what about your mom's side of the family?
And,
do you connect to them at all?
I did do when I was a child. I was very connected
Right.
to them, but of course I was out of the family very young. See, this is the problem. You see, I wasn't really part of the family I was in. With my nan's side, I was. They loved me very dearly. The father that I had side, I was not. And so I left very young. So when people try to throw me back in that family, you know, you're this, you're that, I don't understand it because it's not natural for me. And also there's a lot of sad things too, you know, like the family connection, you know, a family connection that growing up, you know, I never had that. You know, I never had that. And I didn't understand what that was. I did not understand what a real family was because what I was brought up with was what I had, and that's all it was. But when I came home, you know, that instant I sat on that couch when I came home, I then knew what a family was. So I lived all those years with adopted families and stuff, not knowing who my family was and didn't care. And even though I have a sister and brother, and I loved them, but I didn't mind being away from them, which is not good, is it? Because I didn't have all those connections like you should have. And I didn't even know what they were, I didn't even know I was missing them. But all I knew is I see people in love in their families, I didn't really understand. Family now, you know, if I were ever lost, you know, I could never lose the feeling of being home, and Graceland's my home. My dad, and I love Lisa very, very much, you know, and Priscilla as well, you know. And if I ever lost that, if they actually come up to me and said, "We hate you," you know, I don't want to think about that.
No. How about it's National Pasta Day?
Yeah.
Would you like to have some pasta? Yeah?
No.
What about some prunes? It's also National Prune Day.
Okay.
How's that?
Oh my God.
They're very good.
I love prunes actually.
Oh, good. Well, you're supposed to eat 4, so
You really?
if you want
And you
some.
went to the bathroom.
Well, that's what the Dracula said, but I don't know if it's true. I don't think they work that speedy. Another one? Good, right?
They're yummy.
Yeah. So do you have a website where you would like people to hear your music and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've got some albums from that. One thing I did learn when I came home, one of the very big things I learned a lot of things from home. And, I mean, a lot of things, you know. And so when people see my dad and they love him and everything else, which is fantastic, thank you for that, really. You know, and they've got all that, you know. Because it's my family, it's different, you see. So what I did first of all, I made some records. I had some songwriters write some records for me. Then I motivated them so much, they released the records. And so my first album, which was the second album up, which was Meanings, is no longer, I have to buy more songs because the songwriter realised it's such a good album, she now did it herself. Which I'm happy for her. I'm very happy for her. They're brilliant songs and they won awards and everything.
Wow.
So well done, but fantastic to her. However, let me write an album. But it's okay.
Right.
And so I have my first album, which is called the Starlight Classic album, and that's got some Cliff Richard songs in it. Because when I first started, I started singing Cliff Richard songs, you know. And it's also got some, it's got 2 of my dad's songs in it and a couple of my own songs. So that's going to be released next. I'm trying to get it out as soon as possible.
Nice.
But I want to make sure everything's done right, and I want to make sure things are, you know, perfect. You know? And because it's my family, and I want to make sure I don't disappoint my dad and the UPE, you know, connected, that I do a proud job and that I can show and prove to my family that I can do. So it's not, maybe not as good as Dad, but I can, you know, work harder.
You can rock and roll.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can.
rock-
I saw that leg moving.
Hey,
I saw that leg moving.
I can rock and roll, you know?
You can. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not after anything. I just want to show the world that my dream of what I've had since a child, you know, that I'm living it.
Good for you.
And that's what if I wasn't a PreSLeY, if I was in my other family and I was happy and I had a different voice and a different way about me and I didn't look different, you know, and I was a different person, then I would be in that and I'd do that.
Exactly.
But I'm not that. I'm ELaiNee PreSLeY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Know
you are.
thyself.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
And so,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's all about me and it's in my soul, you see. You know? So I love it.
It is. And it's in that leg.
So I've got to rock and roll.
Yeah, I saw that leg. Would you like to push your button?
Okay, so
And website. What's the website?
Huh?
What's the
oh,
website?
ELaiNeePreSLeY.com.
There you go.
ELaiNeePreSLeY.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a big show ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to get that other one. That's okay.
That's a good one. We like that one. Give it up for ELaiNee PreSLeY. All right.
Baby, if I read your mind, something I might have said, please let's forget my past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cool to a heart that's true. I don't wanna ever love.
One more thing from ELaiNee PreSLeY.
Yeah, we noticed that you were having the pumpkin idea, you know, to carve out the pumpkins.
Right.
But if you go on the GraceleNN website, GraceleNN.com, they're having a competition using pumpkins and you can win $100.
Ooh.
And I think it's $100, it might not be, you know, but I think it is. And so you have to make a pumpkin and you have to look at the rules and everything, make sure you do it right, and send it in and you can be part of the competition. So I've always say that.
So, and say who you are.
Oh, my name is ELaiNee PreSLeY and my website's ELaiNeePreSLeY.com.
Yeah.
And have a one and
Trick or?
trick or treat, baby.
Oh!
Here comes the rock and roll.
Yeah.
Baby, is you here I'm thinking. Don't stop thinking of me. Don't make me feel this way. Come on over and love me.
It's through the eyes of Rue, keeping it real, keeping it Rue. Rue and who? What's that you say? 'Cause I just get happier